So I see couple of students right now. We have JTuber, FF Gamer, Mustafa Sheikh, Satwan Brajesh, Mohammad Wasim, Rekha. Can you hear me? Can you write down in the chat box if I'm audible to you? Just write down in the chat box if I'm audible to you all. Yeah? Just write down in the chat box if you can hear me and you can see me properly. Please confirm that. I don't see. Okay, Tabitha has mentioned. Thank you, Satyendra. Oves, thank you so much. Thank you. It's my second time at this channel. Welcome to the channel. This is my first time. Hi, Shashi. Welcome. So, how many students do we have? We have 43 students, but I only see 10 likes on the stream. Can you please take it as a responsibility to like the stream when you come and join? I have something really interesting to teach you today, but for that, I would need your help. I would need you guys to like the stream so that we can be on the same page. Right? Hi, Indrajit. Hi, Safwan. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Ashna. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, Sam has also joined because he wanted to check the stream if it's working fine or not. Okay, Nitabin, thank you for being the first one. Okay, so we have a lot of students now, and I think this would be the right time for me to start the channel, start the stream. I have a quick question. All of you, please answer my question. My question to you is that how many of you got a chance to go through all the previous sessions that we have done in the past? How many of you have gone through all the lectures that we have covered in this English stream? Have you done that? Write down in the chat box, Ash, we have done it, Ash, we have not done it. Can you write down in the chat box if you have done all the lectures that we have covered so far? So, if I have to do a revision for all the students who are coming here for the very first time, in session 1, we talked about everyday themes. In session 2, we talked about travel related themes. In session 3, we talked about, I think we had a session on shopping vocab. We had a session on cloth related idioms. We had one lecture on vocab practice. Every theme that we had covered, we also did a vocab practice on that. And the last session was about some kind of grammar exercises. Okay, so I have seen that a lot of students have done it, a lot of you have not done it. If you really want to go through all the vocab lecture, it's really important that you take some extra time and you go through all the previous lectures that we have covered in the past. Okay, hi Durga Prasad, this is your first lecture. Thank you for being here. Now, in today's class, now, please listen to me very carefully. In this entire week, from Monday to Sunday, we're going to cover topics related to speaking skills, writing skills, and interview related skills. So I want to show you, I want your attention to be on my screen right now. And if you check on my stream, you can actually see that how this entire week is going to be planned. Hi, Catherines. From Monday to Sunday in this week, we're going to dedicate our time on 3 different topics. We're going to have speaking practice, as in I'm going to talk about some basic myths about speaking and how can you manage your speaking skills. A lot of you ask me this question, Ash, how can I improve my speaking style? Right? How can I improve my speaking style? How can I become a better speaker? So this entire week, we're going to cover few strategies about speaking. All right. Then we're going to talk about few writing skills. How can I improve my writing skills? And also, we're going to have few questions on interview skills or few strategies on interview skills. Okay, now we have 7 days in a week, out of which we'll try to manage to cover 2 days, 2 days, 2 days, and 1 day we'll keep an off so that I can take some rest. Okay, we're gonna have speaking practice, we're gonna have writing skills, we're gonna have interview skills in this coming 1 week. Okay, now last week was entirely planned for vocabulary. This week is planned for speaking practice, writing skills, interview skills. And the coming week, we're going to talk about grammar exercises or grammar topics. This is how our this week and the next week is going to look like. So if you are somebody who really wants to enhance their speaking, who really wants to enhance their writing skills and interview skills, please be there in the stream for entire week. Ask your friends to join you. Ask your parents or anybody who is interested in learning English. They should be there in this class. Okay, now can I quickly request one more time to like the stream, please? Right, remember to give likes. Thank you. Please do that. Yeah, so Sandeep, all of these questions that you might have with respect to how can I beat my English speaking fear, all those questions will be answered in the speaking practice sessions. Okay, so what I really want you guys to do is that when I teach you something, if I'm teaching in spoken English, I really want you to focus on what I'm teaching. You know, it's very easy for us to be distracted. बहुत आसान है हमारे लिए distraction लाना कि I am teaching something and you are asking me questions about something. Don't do that. If I'm teaching something, pay your 100% attention. Learn that whatever Ash is teaching is really important, and whatever she's going to teach in the future, we'll ask her questions in the future. But if today she's talking about something, and if she says that, do you have any questions? You can ask your questions with respect to that topic. Okay? Now, getting back on the screen, you see that we have a topic called as spoken English. This entire week is planned, couple of days is planned for spoken English. And in spoken English, the very first topic that comes to our mind is what is an effective speaking skill? Okay, this is a question which a lot of us ask each other. How can I become an effective speaker? Okay, so I want to ask this question to you. What is your definition of effective speaking skills? What do you understand that this person is an effective English speaker, or that person is an effective English speaker? Okay, what is the definition of effective speaker? Write down in the chat box your answer. What is your understanding of effective speaking skills? Anybody? You can try to answer this question by breaking into categories. You know what? In order to be an effective speaking skills, I should have this. Okay, we are getting some answers. Himani has told that somebody should have good confidence. That's number one. Okay. Somebody said that we should have fluency. Somebody is saying that they should be having the ability to attract others. When a person can express how he feels. Okay. Somebody said that those who can speak English like Hindi is a fluent speaker, where the listener exactly understands and relate to what the speaker is saying, is the confidence and the ability to sustainably and clearly deliver your messages. Confidence, who explains their answers properly. We should have knowledge, who is able to make themselves understand. Perfect. So I think two of the students are able to capture the right answer. Somebody who is able to make them understand fully. One is Robert, and the other one was, I think it was Naveen, also mentioned the same answer, kind of. Okay. Those who can transfer the meaning, what they are trying to say. Could be that. All right. Without hesitations. Perfect. Now, you guys are giving a very accurate answer. Effective speakers are those people who have a certain kind of message at the back of their mind. And when they deliver that message, the listener should be able to understand exactly what was said and should be able to take actions accordingly. All right. So if you check on your screen, you can see the definition. It means when you are able to say what you want to say in such a way that it is heard and acted upon. For example, if you are the speaker here, let's say you are saying something, your message is so and so. Okay, this is the message that you are delivering. There is a listener in front of you. I'm not very good at drawing, but I'll try to draw something. There is a listener in front of you. This listener should be able to receive your message, and whatever was told in the message was properly heard, understood, and the actions were taken accordingly. This is the correct definition of being an effective speaker. Now, I want to break few myths here. Lot of students come and tell me, Ash, do we need good grammar to be an effective speaker? Should I have lot of vocab knowledge to be a good speaker? Should I be able to have, good fluency to be an effective speaker? These things are important. I'm not denying it. Okay. You cannot be a good speaker if you are saying something which is totally in the past tense. I mean, your message is supposed to be in the past tense, but the listener is understanding it in the present tense because you did not use the correct grammar rules. So, in that way, the message is hindered. The message was asking the person to take actions in present tense, but because of your grammar mistake, this person is understanding the message to be in the future tense. Okay. But the bottom line is very simple. In order to be an effective speaker, first step is you should have clarity of what message do you want to convey. Your clarity of message is really important. Grammar, vocab, fluency, pronunciation comes after that. If you yourself is not clear what you want to convey, you cannot think of which grammar rule should I apply. You cannot think of which tense should I use. You will not have proper idea of what kind of message I have to deliver. You will not be able to use correct pronunciation and everything is gonna fall. I have seen a lot of people in my life who had really amazing sense of grammar, who were able to use nice words whenever required, but their message is somehow so confusing that I never got what they wanted to say. Okay, even they had amazing confidence, but they were not clear in their message. They were trying to say everything just as in a very haphazard manner. They were just trying to say everything that was coming to their mind, which is not a correct strategy, right? A conversation or a speaking style is something where you have to exchange information from one person to another effectively. And hence, the clarity of your message is really important. All right. Now, here, as I mentioned, that it's really important for you to be able to convey the proper message to become a fluent speaker or to become an effective speaker. You need to be a good listener as well. There is a saying in English that in order to become an effective speaker, you should be a good listener first. Why is that so important? Let's say A is telling me something to do. I did not pay attention. Instead of focusing on what he or she was saying, I was more focused on what I have to say. Okay, let me repeat this. This person was saying something. My attention was nowhere. I did not hear any word he or she said. And I was more interested in telling what I wanted to say. And what I realized later, that this person was talking about something else and I was talking about something else. Okay, it's going to be a total waste of time. The energy, the sentences, the vocab, the grammar that you have used to say that does not make sense at all because that was not required. You need to listen carefully so that you can answer carefully. You need to listen carefully so that you can reply or speak properly. Okay, so getting back onto the screen, as we understood that in order to become an effective speaker, we should know what we want to say and it should be heard and acted upon properly. Now, before that, hi ma'am, how are you after a long time? Hi Tarun, I'm doing really good. We need to understand that when it comes to speaking skills, what kind of components do we have? In speaking skills, if you want to enhance your speaking skills, you need to enhance these 5 components or these 5 concepts. If you want to become a good speaker, work on these. If you want to become a good orator, good presenter, good public speaker, work on these. If you're able to work on these 5 components, this will automatically improve. This will automatically change. So the very first is comprehension. Comprehension means the ability to understand something. As I have given you an example, A was saying something and B should be able to understand that something. If you are able to do that, you are able to comprehend the message properly. Okay, you are able to comprehend the message properly. That means you are able to understand the message properly. And that's your step number 1. And how can you understand properly? If you listen properly. Okay, again, the message is coming from the same area. In order to understand properly, I need to listen properly. And once I listen properly, I will be able to speak properly. Do you have any doubt, any question with this concept that we just discussed? Any doubt, any questions that you have with respect to this? Yes or no? Ways, that's a wonderful thing you're doing. It's important to take notes. To remember concepts later, it's really important to take notes. It's super hot in my room. I don't know why. Yes. All right. Do you have any doubts, any questions with whatever we discussed just now? Okay. We just discussed that there are 5 components of speaking skills, and the very first component is to comprehend the message, which means the ability to understand something. Okay. So I am guessing that you guys don't have any doubts, any confusion. With that, we'll move on to the second component, and the second component is grammar. Grammar is rules of a language, how a particular language is written. That's your grammar. Grammar decides which tense you're going to choose. It's going to decide what noun are we talking about, which subject are we having in that sentence. It decides what kind of sentences or what kind of message do I want to deliver. Everything depends on your grammar, and hence grammar takes the second position in the component list. The third is vocab. Words used in a language is called as vocab, or it's not necessary for you to say vocab. You can actually say the right set of words. This is a definition which people have picked up, that in order to become a good speaker, I should have good vocab. But instead of saying that, you can also say that I should have the right words to talk. That also means the same thing. Okay. And the fourth thing is pronunciation. Pronunciation, the way in which a word or a language is spoken. The way a particular word and a language is spoken is your pronunciation. All right. Now, there is this second myth that I want to break right now, and I discussed this very beautifully in my morning batch, but I'm going to talk about, in detail in this session itself. There is this dilemma in students' mind, and a lot of students' mind, that Ash, I know a word which is called as astonished. Okay, there is a normal word which is called as astonished. And if we understand astonished, to break it further, we can say that surprising facts. Something surprised me, something shocked me, something astonished me. These are some basic words that we have in our dictionary, and we are very, very properly able to understand and use them. My question to you guys is, can you give me synonyms of astonishment? Can you give me few relevant words of astonished? Few words that you have in your knowledge with respect to the word astonished. Do you have any information with respect to the word astonished? I'm so sorry, it's very hot, so I have to tie my hair. Sorry. Okay. So we have stunned, which is a very good word, no doubt about it. We have surprised. Thank you. We have amazement, amusing, okay, startlement, right? Anything else? Can we upgrade the usage of words? Can we think of something more complicated, more advanced level? We have shocked, we have surprised, we have amazement, we have amusing, we have startled. Now, have you heard about the words such as flabbergasted? Have you heard about the word such as flabbergasted? Somebody wrote it on the screen. Did you hear the word prison cell bound? Prison cell bound. Have you heard about it? Now there is another word which is called as cell shocked. Cell shocked. I think it's cell shocked or shell shocked. I have to check that. Right? So when it comes to understanding vocabulary, the current definition of ours is that if I have normal words in my dictionary, they're not good enough. I should have words like startled. I should have words like flabbergasted. I should know words such as prison cell bound. I should not be able to use words like amazement, amusing, surprised, shocked. These are the normal words that we understand. But instead of focusing on the words that we already know, we are more focused on the words that are there, that are existing, but we won't be able to use them ever in our life. Thank you, Robert, for correcting me. It's shell shocked. I had that confusion in my mind. So this is the biggest dilemma of ours, that even though we had a lot of similar words related to word amazement or astonish, we still focus our attention to use words which are there in the dictionary. Somebody told us, but we are never going to use them in our life. Okay, so the right strategy to enhance your vocabulary is to understand whatever knowledge you already have. Whatever knowledge you already have. If you know words like astonished, if you know words like amaze, if you know words like shocked, if you know words like surprised, you should be able to use them. 4 synonyms and intermediate level of synonyms are more than enough, instead of focusing on something which you are never going to use. Even if you collect that information, and I'm talking about students who are not native speakers. We have learned those words. We have collected those information, but we will never be able to use those information in our life. So what's the point of collecting that data? It's definitely going to make you sound more intelligent in front of few people, that, I know few words about this thing. Should I show you off? Or instead of that, we could be saying that I want to convey my message about astonishment. And in that message, you should be able to use different words which you already know. So I'm going to repeat myself. Think, what do you know about this particular word? Do you have relevant information about this? Will I be able to use these words into my life? If yes, go ahead and use it. Apart from that, don't even bother to collect information. Your target here is not to just collect data. Your target here is to be able to use that data in your day-to-day conversation and writing style. Is it making sense to everybody what I'm trying to say here? Okay, don't focus on collecting new words every day into your life, but whatever words you already have with respect to different themes, you should be able to use them properly in the right context. The day you are able to do that, you will not be bothered that I don't have enough knowledge about vocab. I'm good enough. I have the right set of words to convey the message. I have the right set of words of understanding the message. My task is anyways done. All right, my task is anyways done. Now, getting back on the screen, we have the next category, which was pronunciation, the way a certain language is spoken. And pronunciation is different than accent. So let's not be confused about it. We are talking about pronunciation, the right way a certain word is spoken. When we talk about UK accent and US accent, the pronunciation of the word changes. If a particular word is said in a certain way in UK accent, it's going to be different in the way it's said in US. And also, when we talk about accents, there are difference in their vocab as well. I'm not sure which country says biscuits and the next country says cookies. There's a difference in the way we say words in different contexts. But here in India and the nearby regions, we don't know the difference. We use biscuits and cookies in the same context. According to us, biscuits are those regular biscuits that we have, and cookies are something which comes in the round shape. Am I right or wrong? I think this is the major difference that we understand about biscuits and cookies. Biscuits are like Parle-G, biscuits are like, the normal ones, and cookies are something which is expensive, first of all, and they're always round. That's the major understanding of biscuits and cookies we have. But biscuits and cookies are same, but in different countries, they are given different names. So instead of you focusing on whether I should say biscuits or cookies, whether I should pick UK accent or US accent, your focus should be on knowing the right pronunciation of that word and choose one pronunciation. If you are checking your pronunciation every now and then, choose which country's pronunciation you want to pick. You want to pick UK's pronunciation or you want to pick USA's pronunciation, American pronunciation or British pronunciation. You have to choose this properly and then follow it through. Don't confuse yourself in the middle and say that, I'm going to keep on changing. A lot of students say that, should we speak in Indian accent? Now, let me be very honest here. Me as a speaker, I don't think I have an accent. You know, a lot of comments have come on my channel. People said that, oh my god, you have such an horrible Indian accent. Why do you even talk in English? Now, that's definitely a compliment that somebody has the time to check my video and give me that compliment, which is amazing. But at the same time, I cannot be bothered by that. Okay, I cannot be bothered by that because we here are able to learn this language because it's a requirement. It's the need of the hour. It's the need of the hour, so we have to work on this language. Otherwise, what was the point of this language if we don't need it? Right? And if I'm able to speak this language, if I'm able to speak it in a certain way, and I'm able to convey my message properly, the other person is able to understand my message properly, my task of being an effective speaker is already done. Right? It's already done. So it doesn't matter if I have an Indian accent or a UK accent or a US or an American accent. Right? It doesn't matter anymore. My way of speaking or the way I'm saying a particular sentence is properly understood by the opposite person. I think my task is already done here. Okay? So again, I'm going to insist on this fact that don't bother yourself by gaining information on this accent, that accent, and confusing yourself. Whatever accent you already have, let's try to work on the pronunciation. Let's try to understand that, you know what, this word is said properly. I don't want to be sounding, too much cliche or something like that. I want to work it properly. All right. Now, Hari Singh, hi. Next category we have is fluency, which is your fifth point. The ability to speak or write a language easily is called as fluency. So these are your 5 categories. If you really want to become an effective speaker, these are the 5 areas that we have to slowly and gradually work on. We have to work on our comprehension. We have to work on our grammar, vocab, pronunciation, and fluency. Now, you don't have to work on all of them thinking that I'm going to solve that within a week. Please don't do that. We're going to take right set of strategies on weekly basis, on daily basis. We're going to divide categories and we're going to solve them one by one. Okay? There is a strategy where we can handle all of them together, but there are some separate exercises that are supposed to be done for each one of them separately. Sometimes we're going to talk about how can I work on my pronunciation. Sometimes we're going to talk about how can I enhance my vocabulary. For example, last week entirely we talked about vocab. This week we're going to talk about fluency. We're going to talk about pronunciation. We're going to talk about comprehension. Right? And next, amazing more than 120 live. Okay. Please, Ash ma'am, say something about on so many viewers. Sure, Satwant, I'm going to say something, but after a few seconds. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Thank you so much. It means a lot again. My favorite sentence. And then slowly and gradually, we're going to work on our fluency. We're going to work on everything side by side, and it has to be done with time. Okay, it has to be done in time. These sessions are at 9:15 p.m. every day. 9:15 p.m. every day. All right. Now, you guys might be having so many doubts about spoken English. Yes or no? Give me a yes or no. Ash, I have so many doubts. I have so much confusion. I have so much tension about this language. Yes or no? Can I get a yes or no about this? And if we have 120 students in the stream, I should get 121 yes. Can we get that? You guys have joined these classes. That means there is something bothering you about this language, right? There is something terribly that you feel that I have so many doubts. I have few doubts. I have some doubts. I have way too confusion about certain things. If you are somewhere in that category, please write a yes or no in the chat box quickly. Correct? We have so many doubts. Now, what I want you to do is, all of you, please have a notebook with you. Every time you come to this class, have a notebook. Your tomorrow's activity is very simple. Before you come to tomorrow's session, on one page, sit down for 10 minutes and write down every doubt that you have. Can you do that? Tomorrow, before you come to this session, You should be able to sit down for 10 to 15 minutes when nobody is disturbing you. Keep your phones outside. It has to be done on a piece of paper with a pen. It has to be done on a piece of paper with a pen. Every single doubt that you can think of, कोई भी डाउट हो, छोटा या बड़ा, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. अगर आपके दिमाग में छोटा सा भी डाउट आ रहा है, if you have even a small doubt, please write it down on a piece of paper and write it down with your name on the top of it. Write down your name on the top of it. Okay? Write down if you are a student or you are searching for a job, or if you are working professional, or if you are preparing for a competitive exam, or if you are a manager, whatever you are, just write down on the top of your paper. Your name, let's say your name is Pankaj, student. If your name is Aspin, working professional. If you are Benasir, whatever you do, you have to write it down. Okay? Now, below that, write down number 1, my doubt. Number 2, my doubt. Number 3, doubt. Number 4, doubt. Collect 15 doubts, collect 17 doubts, collect 2 doubts, collect 1 doubt, collect as many doubts as you want, but you have to do it tomorrow. You have to do it tomorrow, and once you are done, you will click a picture of it and you're going to send it to me on my email address. Can we do that? I will be looking forward for at least 100 plus pages sent to me on my email address, which is learnwithsamandAsh@gmail.com. You can make a note of it, learnwithsamandAsh@gmail.com. Make a note of this email address in your notebook. Make a note of this email address in your notebook. I will be waiting, and you have to do it before the session. You have to do it before the session. learnwithsamandAsh@gmail.com. Guys, I'm going to repeat myself, all the doubts that you have, so that you don't be bothered by asking these doubts in the middle of the questions. In the middle of the session, you should not be thinking of your doubt. You should be focusing your 100% attention on what I'm teaching. Right? If I'm teaching something, you should be able to focus on that. Whatever doubts you have to, tomorrow, you have to properly write it down on a piece of paper. Send it to me. Ash, this is your responsibility now. I have told you all the doubts I have. Can you please solve these doubts in these live sessions? Okay? Can you solve these doubts in these live sessions? It's going to be my guarantee to make sure each and every person's doubt should be solved when we take these live sessions. Okay? Should be solved when I take these live sessions. It's my responsibility. You don't have to bother. You don't have to be worrying about it every day. Oh, Ash, my doubt is not cleared. You have to give me some time. Okay? If you have invested almost 2 years in learn this language, you have to give me another 2 to 3 months. Can you do that? All of you want to take your English level to the next level, write it down on a piece of paper. Ma'am, I am a slow reader. How can I improve my reading skills? Write it down in a piece of paper. Ma'am, this is my doubt. Write it down on a piece of paper. So can I get a yes or no that yes, Ash, tomorrow we're going to collect all our doubts, write it down on a piece of paper, click a picture, attach it in my email and say that, dear Ash, this is Vicky Mukherjee, this is Pankaj Jha from your current life batch. My doubt is this and this. I have attached a picture in the email. Can you please check and solve it in the session? Okay, do that. Do that. And for another 3 months, don't ask any doubt which is written on that paper. Don't ask me any doubt which is written on the paper. If I'm teaching you something, focus. Within 3 months, all your doubts are going to be solved. You will have a proper strategy and a method to solve that particular problem. And that's my work. Your work is to give me your 100% focus in the class. If you are able to do that, your task is done. If you are not able to do that, these sessions will not do any wonders for you, because if I'm not able to help you in 3 months, that means I don't know enough. I don't have enough knowledge to teach you. I'm not a good teacher. Okay, let's be very clear on that. All right. Right now on your screen, you can see our second step. The second step is, let's talk about simple ways to improve our speaking skills. Focus. Simple ways to improve your speaking skills. And the very first step to become a good speaker is to become a good listener. So our first strategy is that, Ash, let's work on our listening skills. I'm going to give you a task today. I want to give you a task today, and for 1 week straight, you're going to do this task every single day. Whatever task I'm going to give you now, for 1 week, you will do that task without any failure. And you have to write down on a notebook that this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Done, 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 done. You have to do it every single day at the same time. Okay? Task I'll talk about later. I'll talk about the task later, but this is what I'm expecting from you guys, that you're going to do it. Let's say you fixed a time slot of 12 p.m. every day. 12 p.m. every day, I'll do the task which Ash has given us. Once it's done, I'll put a tick. Again, Tuesday 12 p.m. I'm going to do that. Thursday 12 p.m. I'm going to do that. Saturday 12 p.m. I'm going to do that. You have to do it at the same time, same task every single day without any disturbance. Okay? You really want to change a lot of things in your life about this language. You have to follow the right strategies to do them. If you're going to do the same things you have been doing forever, nothing is going to change. Monica, I will talk about the task in a while. Focus. I said that twice. Task will be done later. I'm just telling you how to do it. Okay? Now, we are going to talk about listening a little bit. Listening helps you to pick up new words, phrases, and ways to respond. So when we listen properly, we are not only listening, we are actually understanding new words, we are understanding new phrases, and we are understanding the right way to communicate. Okay, that's why listening is so important, because it helps you to solve so many things in your life. Okay, so the very first strategy to do is, you're going to open, this is your step number 1. You're going to open your YouTube, all of you, you're going to open your YouTube and you're going to write 3 minutes movie clips with English. Good evening, ma'am. I'm new. Can you please little bit about this topic? Hi, Shrishti. We are talking about few strategies to enhance our listening skills. Once our listening skills are going to be improved, we're going to be enhancing our speaking skills. That's what we're doing here. So the strategy number 1 is to enhance our listening skills. And the step number 1 is to watch few short English clips and videos. Phrases means combination of words, such as when I say get out. This is a phrase. I am shocked. This is a phrase. Okay, so these combination of words are called as phrase. And Biki, this thing we have discussed in our previous few sessions. So please take out some time and go through those sessions. Yeah, I'm doing good, Patil. Thank you so much. All right. Okay. So the first thing that you guys want to do it, this is your task number 1. You're going to open your YouTube, and in YouTube, you're going to write 3 minutes movie clip with English, with easy English. Okay, you can check this on YouTube. I have done it and I know what kind of movies come up. All right, I know what kind of movies are going to come up. 3 minutes movie clips with easy English. This is your step number 1. Again, Manu and Ovesh, we are talking about something and you're asking me questions about something. Didn't I just tell you a minute ago? Write down your doubts in a piece of paper, send it to me and we're going to solve it. Correct? This is the same thing we are talking about. Vicky Singh, the previous videos are already uploaded in a playlist. If you visit our YouTube channel, Learn with Sam and Ash, right? If you open YouTube channel, Learn with Sam and Ash, and click on live stream, you can see all the previous videos. Mala, I cannot send you the name of the movies. You have to do it yourself. You just have to write 3 minutes movie clip with easy English. 5-6 videos are going to open up. 1 week, one day, 1 video is more than enough. Any movie, it doesn't matter. I'm not asking you to watch movies. I am not asking you to watch the movies. I'm asking you to watch the clips. There is a difference. The biggest problem with students is that every time you open a movie and I ask you, you know what? I ask you to watch this movie, Happiness, or what was the name? The Pursuit of Happiness. And when I ask you tomorrow, what kind of words did you learn? 90% of the time, students are going to come and say that, ma'am, we don't know about the words, but the movie was great. The message of the movie was wonderful. I like this character. I like this climax of this movie. Anything else apart from that will not be understood by you guys properly, right? Anything apart from that will not be understood by you guys properly. That's why I don't want you guys to focus on movies. I want you to focus on 3 minutes clip. 3 minutes clip is only to understand few things. Apart from that, the entire movie is not of reference. You want to watch a movie, please do that. Okay? Do it for fun. Do it for fun. But if we are trying to learn English, we don't have to watch the entire movie. Okay? We don't have to watch the entire movie. The session timing is 9:15 p.m. 9:15 p.m. All right. So step number 1 is pick any clip from a YouTube of a movie or a TV show. Listen to them. This is step number 1. Step number 2 is listen to them. To teach, no, I'm not hesitated. It's just the room is very hot and I'm lack of breath right now. Nothing else. Not exhausted. It's just the environment. Step number 1 is pick a movie, pick a clip from a movie. Okay. Number 2, listen to them, listen to the clip. And number 3, notice carefully what the actors are saying. This is your step number 1. So guys, please make a note of it. Your task is to pick a clip or a YouTube show clip from YouTube. Number 2, you have to listen to it. And number 3, you have to repeat the dialogues or the phrases that are interesting. You have to repeat the dialogues and phrases that are interesting. So if there is a 3 minutes clip, I am assuming in that 3 minutes clip, they will be having at least 15 to 20 dialogues. Okay? We will be having 15 to 20 dialogues in that movie. In those 15 to 20 dialogues, you're gonna repeat each and every dialogue and the phrase which is interesting. Not all the 20 dialogues are supposed to be remembered. I don't want you to remember them. What I want you to do is that if you are listening to dialogue number 1 from one person and dialogue number 2 from another person, in that entire sentence, if they have used one phrase or 2 good words, that's the word or that's the phrase I want you to pay your attention. I want you to focus on that. And I want you to repeat that dialogue. I want you to repeat that phrase. This is your step number 2. You want to make a note of it, you can do that. But apart from that, my point here is that when the movie is playing, you put a pause there, listen to the dialogue, repeat that dialogue, and after that is done, you will move to step number 3, and that is replay the clip. If you don't understand the word, you don't understand the phrase, you have to replay the clip. Okay? Replay means you have to listen to it again. And once you have done it, you will be repeating it again and you will be speaking after the actor. You have to repeat it after the actor. All right? Next step is, I think that's it. So what I'm trying to say here, the step is very simple. First of all, you're going to open your YouTube. Okay? You pick a clip, any clip, and I'm not talking about trailer. Clip can be in the middle of the movie as well. It doesn't have to be a trailer, it could be anything. Pick a clip, focus on the phrases and the words, repeat those phrases, listen to the clip again, and when the clip is done, you repeat it again. Now, the benefit of repeating it, you are actually enhancing your pronunciation. So let's say in that movie, I heard a word flabbergasted. If I heard the flabbergasted word, I should be able to say that flabbergasted. Once I said it, I'm going to listen to it again. Focus. Okay, the speaker is saying flabbergasted. Let me repeat after that, flabbergasted. So in a 3 minutes clip, you should be able to listen to some 7 to 10 good words and phrases. Okay, 7 to 10 good words you will be able to listen in that. And from one clip, if we are able to done 7 to 10 good word, it's more than enough. Okay, it's more than enough. What happened, guys? What is happening in this chat box? Guys, why are you wasting your precious time here? My favorite dialogue is short movie, other short videos of English. Mostly you should be able to watch a movie clip and TV shows. mostly. Okay, Pankaj, sorry, Hari, what's your doubt? Do you have any question for me? I'm surprised that you're asking other students why are they wasting their time, and surprisingly, you are here 44 minutes. Why are you here? Simple. It does not match your standard, Hari. You are expecting something else? Don't hesitate. Tell me, what is your concern? See, I generally don't want to entertain students like you, Hari. Any student who has this way of saying that, you know what, she's wasting your time, she's doing this. What you don't realize, it's very simple. I'm actually teaching you something for which I charge 15,000 rupees per student. Minimum, I charge 15,000 rupees per student to teach this, to practice with them. And I'm giving you free of cost with proper PDF, with proper document. You don't realize that, right? I am already 6 months pregnant and I'm still taking these sessions because I wanted to do something good. I wanted to give back to the society. I want to do something with my knowledge. I want to spread that knowledge. And I'm doing it free of cost. As simple as that. No ask in return, right? You understand that live streams do not pay us. These are not regular videos. Yeah? These are not wasted information. This is something which is, yes, that's okay, Biki. I understand that Hari is trying to waste our time and I'm totally fine with it. That's not a problem. But I wanted to put it forward to everybody that I'm already 6 months pregnant and I'm doing this because it was something that came to my mind that, you know what, instead of me charging students, which I always do, why not I teach them like I used to do earlier? Let me give some free information which I have learned over my life. And I thought it's going to be important for other students as well. So why not share it with everybody, right? If you find it wasting, if you are here from other YouTube channels, you're trying to disregard me or tell me to stop what I'm doing, then you better leave. It's very simple. You don't have to be here, right? You don't have to be here. It's very simple. Thank you. Thank you so much. Anyways, let me get back to what I was saying. Yes, I understand I don't have to give importance to them, but you don't realize that, you know, when we take these streams, these chats come every now and then. And even if I try not to focus on it, my focus is automatically there. All right. Anyways, thank you so much, Robert, for the wishes. Thank you so much. Yes, I will continue. Definitely. We should continue. Right. So I was saying that our strategy is very simple, that instead of, gathering information from multiple platforms, instead of collecting information from movies, from podcasts, from audiobooks, from conversations, we should be able to pick one source of information, which is going to be very simple. And my personal favorite is to actually have a video source of information. Video source is always good because when you look at a movie and then you listen to the dialogues, it becomes very easy for us to remember that. Now, next time, let's say if in a movie you find this word flabbergasted, somebody is using this word flabbergasted, and while they are saying flabbergasted, they will be able to show those kind of expressions on their faces. Right? They're going to show that kind of expression on their faces, and you're going to remember this word flabbergasted with those expressions. That's why I always insist that look for some video references, and there is nothing better available on internet or anywhere is those movie clips. Don't focus on big movies, because when you focus on big movies, you watch the movies for fun. You don't watch it for learning. You watch it for fun. But when we talk about learning, a 3-minute clip is more than enough. 3 minutes clip is more than enough. Every day, one simple strategy. And that is every day at the same time, I have to watch a clip. Once I listen to the clip or once I have watched the clip, I'll paraphrase. I'll say those words again. I'm going to focus on the phrases again. I'm going to repeat them. Once I have repeated them, I'm going to listen to the video again. Once the listening part is done, you're going to repeat again. With this thing, ma'am, you want to say we watch only clips. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Try to watch only clips. It's always a good option. But I'm going to talk about few other options as well, which you can use. I'm not denying it, but don't focus on 4 options. That's not a good strategy. The good strategy is to have 100% focus on one option. It could be a podcast, it could be audiobook, it could be a movie clip, or it could be some friend of yours who can speak in English. It should be only one, not multiple. All right. Now, on your screen, you can see option number 2, and then there is option number 2. I'm going to talk about these options later. I want your attention to something really interesting. Just a second, give me a minute. There is an exercise which I had collected for you. Yeah. Can all of you focus on your screens right now? We're going to talk about a lot of other strategies in tomorrow's class, but I had some important activity planned for today. There is something called as way 3. We have way 2 as well. There is way 3, which is for reading exercise, right? I wanted to focus on this. Yes, there is a reading from the poster. Can you see that? This is a poster. I was not able to copy paste the poster, so I copy pasted the task, right? All of you, can you take a screenshot of this and keep it in your phones, right? Because there is an exercise that I have planned later. Let me zoom in for you so that you can see 2 screens at the same time. Do you see 2 screens at the same time? Is it clearly visible to you all? Yeah, is it visible? This is an activity, it's blur. It's an activity that we have here. This activity is with respect to reading. So there is a poster on your screen and there are a few questions at the bottom of it. The very first question is, which day of the week does the yoga class take place? So this kind of exercise is actually called as comprehension, and this is the best way to increase your focus. This is the best way to increase your focus from reading. And it is always recommended not to read a book if you have never read a book. Don't try to learn English by reading a book. Don't try to learn English by watching a complete movie. That's a complete waste of time. Once you are already at intermediate level, you can definitely watch a movie for fun. But if you really want to genuinely work, right? If you genuinely want to work with small passages. So this is a poster on your screen right now, and there are a few questions at the bottom. There's a question number 1, which day of the week does the yoga class take place? Can I get the answer of it? There are 6 options in front of you, and there is a poster in front of you. You have to start answering the poster. You have to start answering the questions right now. Which day of the week does the yoga class take place? Which day of the week does the yoga class take place? Yeah? Thank you so much, Satwant. It means a lot. You don't have to. Okay, which day of the week does the yoga class take place? Now, very important information here is that focus on the question. Yeah? Focus on the question. The question is day. So the answer has to be something which has day related to it. And the only option which we have, which is talking about a day, is Tuesday. So automatically our answer is going to be Tuesday. Our answer is going to be Tuesday. And if you don't understand that, you will read it in the paragraph, and it is saying that every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. Okay. Question number 2 is, how many classes can you take for 10 euros? How many classes can you take for 10 euros? So what is the correct answer? 10 euro for 4 classes. 4 classes. Okay. 4 classes. So that is going to be your answer, 4 classes, right? Next we have next question. What time will the class end? What time will the class end? Here is your question. Here's your poster. Can you tell me what time the class will end? The class is starting at 1:30 and it's going to be a 30 minutes class. So it's going to end at 2 p.m. Correct? It's going to end at 2 p.m. Wonderful. What kind of clothes do you need to wear to the class? What kind of clothes do we need? Have they given any information about the clothes? Have they given any information about the kind of clothes you should wear? Yeah, there is some information about the clothes. It should be comfortable clothes. Okay, sorry. It should be comfortable clothes. On your screens, you see here comfortable clothes. That's your answer, comfortable. Below that, there is the next question. What do you need to send to Sam if you want to join? What do you need to send to Sam to join? What do you need to send? Yes, Satwant, you can definitely donate on Google Pay. Let me, if you want, I can give you my Google Pay number. But you don't necessarily have to do it. I genuinely appreciate the thought itself. That's more than enough for me. Yes, that's my number. Okay, I think Sam has logged in from his email address here. Yes. You can copy paste it and send it again. Satwan, please do that. You can copy paste the number and send it again. I've already texted there. Right. My next question is, what do you have to send to Sam? You have to write to Sam. That means you have to write an email to Sam. And that was the question, an email. You have to send an email. Next, when should you book if you want? So 2 p.m. is done, email is done, Tuesday is done, 4 is done, comfortable is done. What is left? When should you book if you want to join? When should you book if you want to join? You have to book now. Correct? You have to book now. This exercise was definitely a very basic level. This exercise is definitely a basic level. Okay? Just a second. Okay, 1 second. Somebody's texting the number. 1 second. I don't think that number is working. Hold on. I'm going to write it down here. Just a second. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. No, 1 second. That's not my correct number. Just a second, please. This is my number. I'm going to pin that on the top. Oh my God, the charts are going like crazy. 1 second. Yeah. Right. On the top of this chart, you can see the pin number. You can see my current number on the top of this chart. Hold on. I'm not sending this number. Somebody said that, you know what, Ash, we want to send you some money. So anyways, let's not focus on that. This is not what I wanted right now. I want you to focus on the important information here that I was trying to talk. The information here is very simple. The text that I have given you right now was very simple. It was a basic poster. And the PDF which will be uploaded today, in that PDF you will actually find few links. There is a link for short articles. There is a link for stories. There is a link for another short article. This one is for basic and this one is for intermediate level, and the stories are basic and intermediate both. Okay. Now I'm going to upload a PDF in which you're going to see these articles. So whatever we have to do about these articles, we're going to discuss tomorrow. I just wanted to give you an important information because the class was getting boring. So we thought let's do an activity. So the simple understanding from today's session is going to be this, that I want you to do this one exercise every single day. Fix a time slot. It's very important that you fix a time slot, right? Very important that you fix a time slot every day. Do that exercise. Do it for 1 week. And whatever we have to do later, we're going to talk about in tomorrow's class. Okay. There are 2 exercises that I've asked you to do. Number one, collect all your doubts. Write it on a piece of paper, click a picture, send it to me on my email address. Okay, that's exercise number 1. And exercise number 2 is that you have to do this activity of watching a movie and collecting your doubts. Also, I'm writing my email address here. You can send me your doubts over the email address. Yeah, 1 second, I'm sending it to you. This is my email address. You have to send me all your questions, all your doubts on a piece of paper with your name, with your profession, or whether you are a student or something. Click a picture of it, write an email, Dear Ash, as requested, this is the email which I want you to discuss. Okay? No, Dilini, I don't want you to send it on a piece of paper. Do it in the screenshot so that I can take a print of it. Do it off the screenshot, please. Write it on a piece of paper. Click a picture. Even if you're writing it here, but attach it in the email. If you want to write it on a computer, click a screenshot and attach it in email. Okay? All right. That's all for today's class. We're going to catch up tomorrow. Right? I think I'm a bit tired today. So we're going to catch up tomorrow. Enjoy yourself. Have a good night. And take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself. Thank you. Class timing is 9:15 p.m. 9:15 p.m. And Umair, the PDF is mentioned in the link of every video. In the description box of every video, there is a link of the PDF. You can find the PDFs from there. Yeah? Enjoy yourself. Take care. Bye-bye.